Hey folks, it's Kaya here. It's been a little minute. It's been 15 days since my last update. A couple of weeks. I didn't realize it had been that long. But it's been 129 days since I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. And yeah, let's check in and talk a little bit. So I didn't realize it had actually been 2 weeks. That's a little long for an update. And I actually put on makeup the other day to do this video about 3 or 4 days ago, and I just didn't feel like it. I went to bed instead. I wiped it right on off and got into bed. I thought about having to drag out lights and the ring light and set up the tripod and trying to put it on the MacBook and all of that. And I opted for the bed. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks. We know back in the end of June, it was when I got the diagnosis and we started chemo right away. And I'm at the end. I'm almost there. At the end of the chemo. I'm so excited and happy for that. If you can't tell physically, it's a little taxing on me at this point. The AC chemo, the first 4 rounds was AC chemo. It was every 2 weeks for the first 2 months, and that made me sick. I felt bad during that time. Nausea, all of the stuff associated with chemo. And once that was done, we started the weekly Taxol chemotherapy treatments. And so started off, I was sailing through, feeling pretty good, didn't have a whole lot of side effects, and it was good. And then we got around like week 8 or 9, and they started compounding on me, and the neuropathy got bad, and the fatigue got, and the weight gain, and all of that, has compounded, and we've been feeling some kind of way for the last couple of weeks. So, I think the main thing is for me now is that we're close to the end. I got 2 more chemo treatments before we're done with this round. I have a mammogram this week to see kind of where I am. My surgery is scheduled. I was able to talk to the oncologist, Dr. J, about reducing the steroid. Now that I've gained all my weight back, now we don't reduce the steroid. So we're looking ahead to, what's next for me. My mind is already on, Lord, how am I get this weight off? Cause we can't stay here. But besides the weight, it is, how do we rebuild the immune system once the chemo is done? How soon before the neuropathy goes away? It's been interesting. You kind of think and think over things. A couple of weeks ago, as you can see, we struggling with our eyebrows here. But my girl Maggie came over to help me practice drawing eyebrows. I didn't do any for this video because she not good at it. I mean, not Mag, me. I didn't get it. I realized I can't draw a straight line. Every time I've tried and practiced on the eyebrows after that, I have caterpillars on my face. It's been all bad, so we didn't even try it for this video. Usually I would put on the glasses to try to hide the fact that there are no eyebrows there or that their eyebrows are struggling, but I didn't feel like trying to keep the ring light out of the glasses either. So you get what you get. But Mag came over to help me with the eyebrows, and she kept remarking about how I was holding the eyebrow pencil. It took me a couple of days after that to realize that the way I was holding the pencil was compensating for the fact that my fingertips just hurt with this neuropathy. The way that I hold things have changed, and it's funny how we just change to accommodate things without even realizing that we're doing it. I was writing something the other day, and I was remarking on how sloppy it looked, but the way I hold my pencil is different. The way that I write on the paper is different, and it's because my fingertips hurt. And, we just modified to accommodate, what we have going on right now without even giving it much thought. So I'll be glad when this is over. Some people say The neuropathy may or may not go away right away. We just gonna believe God. We're gonna be done with this because my feet hurt all the time. My fingers hurt all the time. And we ain't got time for this here. I got things to do. So we already looking on as to what the next things are. And fingers and toes hurting all the time is not a part of that. So the tiredness, I think that has started to wear on me a little bit. Physically, I told somebody the other day, physically I'm a little weak. When I went to the chemo appointment just this past Thursday, before I could even get upstairs, I had to stop and rest on the way into the hospital. Who does that? But that was me on Thursday. We couldn't even get all the way up to the floor without having to take a break. And so physically I'm tired. I'm a little tired, but mentally I'm strong. Spiritually I'm strong. And so pray for this physical body that we can maintain. I laughed the other day. I was in the kitchen fixing something, and honey, I got a whole chair in the kitchen where we just sitting in the kitchen rolling around trying to do the things that we have to do. We empty the dishwasher, roll it, sitting in whatever we have to do. So we're making it work at this point. So that is that. Let's talk about what's next. I've been doing a little bit of reading about vision and planning, and I think one of the things that I'm trying to not do is just stay focused or stay in survival mode. I think it's important to live on purpose and to be purposeful, to have vision and all of that stuff. So what's next for me, even after all of this is done? How fast can we get our immune system built up? How long am I stuck in the house? Not that I really have anywhere that I'm trying to go, or, how much do I need to limit my interactions? And I've been very careful about interacting with people and being out and about, which is non-existent basically for me right now. But just intent. What are the next steps to this? And so we've been doing some reading about that kind of stuff. I'm excited that between the last chemo and the surgery date, I get 4 whole weeks of no chemo, no. I do have a couple of appointments, but I get to just be Kaya in those couple of weeks and not Kaya with cancer. So, looking forward to that. I think my body needs a break. Hopefully during that time we'll start to build up some immune system, and we'll figure out some healthy meals to eat so we can start working on some of these pounds that we've picked up. We had a long way to go anyway, and then now that we picked up what we put down, now we have even further to go. So we'll be working all of that out. Under this cap, though, there is little wisps of hair that has started to grow. I don't even know if you can see it. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, there's little hairs there that's starting to grow. Now we look like a cancer patient by the head as far as our hair is concerned. I don't know what, that probably sounded wrong, but these little tufts of hair. The hilarious thing is it's growing out gray and it's growing out straight. Where is my kinky afro, goodness and mercy, nappy? Where is that? I'll be interested to see how that all plays out. We'll take you on the hair journey with me, but I'm surprised that this camera could even pick that up. But yeah, we're getting hair, which is to me a sign of hope, that we're getting closer to the end of this. I was talking to my manager the other day just about expectations and, after surgery, what to expect. And we've had 4 or 5 months of chemo. There's a surgery coming up that has recovery, and then radiation starts next year. And I'm like, I had whole cancer. This is really a big thing. There are times where I thought about it And I even started, putting my affairs together and thinking about, should someone have to come behind me, how to make things easier for them to find. But this is whole cancer. This is not anything to play with. As we are going through the stages, it's a big thing. And so she laughed when I said that. I was like, this is, this is whole cancer. This is not this is not planned. So it's been sobering, I think, to think of it like that. When you're in it, we just trying to make it through. But from the outside, sometimes looking in, it's like, oh, that's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to do. And so it's been a tough few months. It's been a tough few weeks, specifically for me physically. The fatigue is something else. I did find the melatonin helped, but still, I was still averaging 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I found another sleep aid that is still not like narcotic or habit forming or anything like that. But over the last couple of days, I've gotten 7, close to 8 hours of sleep, and that has been amazing. So I'll take that over 4 or 5, just because I think it goes a long way towards rebuilding strength and helping me think and all of that kind of stuff. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited that I got just 2 more to go. I'm excited for the break in between. I'm excited that I get a few weeks to just be. And then I'm excited for the holiday season, I think. It's time to focus on something else. It's time for our country to rebuild itself. We've been wilding for the last few months, and regardless of whatever side you've been on, I think for me as a Christian, this has been a time of a lot of conflict, because I think there are issues on both sides, and so we have to go with what we think is best. But it's time to heal. It's time to come back from it, and I'm looking forward to a season that reminds us of, number one, Christ's sacrifice for us, but a season of love and giving and sharing and togetherness and family and friends and that. I'm looking forward to all of that, whatever it may look like for us as we still is working through this COVID-19. So what have I been focusing on, listening to, reading, studying? I revert to the same few songs that have kind of got me over. Everlasting God, William Murphy, Show Yourself Strong, Fred Hammond, Lord Send Your Anointing, Marvin Sapp. I'll put the links in the video if you want to watch or listen with me. But those songs have been my saving grace. I've been reading a few different things. I got a new book by Chris Valentine. I really like him, Spiritual Intelligence. And so I've been reading that, trying to, Bible says, think on things that are pure, honest, of a good report. So I didn't spend a lot of time in the election stuff. I didn't spend a lot of time and I haven't been able to focus a lot on a lot of the negativity and craziness that's going on in the world. My focus have been on getting healthy and well and finding things that are honest, true, of a good report, things that are full of virtue and praise to focus and meditate on. And so while we want to make informed decisions, be informed about what's happening in the world, I can't spend a lot of time and energy on a lot of the negativity and things that may come with it. That being said, I don't have a lot of energy for a lot of other people's things either. And so my focus, I guess, for the next few weeks or however long is to get healthy and to drop some of what I picked up and to focus on what's next for me. And so that's what we're going to be doing. I think that's it for me. It was great to check in. It was, I didn't realize it had been 2 weeks, but the tiredness of it all, I thought about having to pull all this stuff out and was like, I ain't doing it. So, hopefully I've been buying things. I bought a gimbal, which I had to figure out how to use that thing, but I also bought like just a portable something so I could take y'all to chemo with me one day. And I started the video, me leaving the house, me getting to chemo. I think it started a couple of weeks ago, and by the time I got there, I forgot to turn the camera back on. It was like, oh. So, we're not good at this yet, but, we're going to get better about, showing you kind of what's going on. But, yeah, I'll show you. Hopefully, I can add some of that footage after this. But I thought it was hilarious. I started off, we was gung-ho. We was in it. And then I forgot. As soon as I got there, got hooked up. When they start the Benadryl, the IV with the Benadryl in it, I'm done anyway. By that time, I'm asleep until it's all over. So we don't have no footage of going home or nothing else. When they put that Benadryl in there, it's a wrap for me. And they wake me up when the beeping go off, and I get up and go home and sleep some more. And so that's been it. But I'm excited that I'm almost done with this, and we get to move on to other things. Again, no, I don't feel the lump anymore. Hilariously though, which some people don't think is funny, but I do. I found the lump because I lost weight. Now that I picked it up, could it still be in there and it's just up under everything that I have picked back up? I don't know. We'll see in the mammogram that I have this week. But either way, we're fine. God is good. He's been faithful. And he has shown himself strong, and he will show himself strong as we continue to move forward. Keep me in your prayers. Pray for this body because she's tired, but mentally and spiritually I'm strong. So it's good to catch up with you. We'll see you later. Talk to you soon.